Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, Gurvinder Suri.
Gurvinder Suri is an entrepreneur and a distinguished community leader. In 1995, Gurvinder founded Optimal Solutions, an enterprise technology consulting firm based in Irving, Texas. He served as Optimal's chief executive officer until its acquisition by NTT Data in December 2013. Under Gurvinder's leadership, Optimal sustained year-over-year revenue growth, building a global workforce of over 1,000 individuals. A decorated entrepreneur, he has received numerous recognitions, including the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2011. His entrepreneurial initiatives are paralleled by his philanthropic work. Among his many charitable works is Beyond Borders, a private charity he founded in 2003, whose mission is to provide care and support for disadvantaged families across territorial borders. Born and raised in India, Mr. Suri received his engineering degree in computer science from MNR Engineering College. Ladies and gentlemen, Gurvinder Suri.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs sitting here. How many entrepreneurs does it take to change a bulb? 20. Because one is changing and 19 are thinking, I can do better than that and faster than that and cheaper than that. That's what entrepreneurs do. And what an amazing impact SACC is doing. What a progressive thinking of Sunny Kala to create a forum like this, to provide a platform to promote entrepreneurship among Sikh community. An amazing impact. We just saw the video. Truly amazing. Will you all join me in giving a big round of applause to Sunny and the leadership team and standing ovation? Go Sunny. Thank you to SACC for inviting me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely honored to be here with you and share the stage with Sukhinder and Fred. They are both remarkable individuals and very accomplished in their field. You heard their stories. Beautiful, wonderful. Last week I asked Gundeep, who reached out to me on behalf of SACC, Gundeep, what would audience want to hear from me? He said, audience are looking for inspiration and motivation, and please cite personal examples from your journey. Oh boy, I thought, inspiration and motivation, what a tough task. What I've been trying to accomplish with my kids for so many years, SACC wants to deliver in 10 minutes. Fortunately, I believe in miracles, and I'm certainly hoping one tonight. So here goes nothing. Not sure if you agree with me or not, but it's hard to talk about yourself. It's kind of awkward. Certainly for me, but I'll try my best. As I go through my story, you will see 5 clear takeaways. Hard work, ambition, genuine relationships, knowledge and expertise, clarity and focus. No two entrepreneur stories are same. Honestly speaking, I did not plan my life as it unfolded. I just did the right thing at the right time, and Vaheguruji was there to guide me in the right direction, leading me to where I am. Some of that is because of the environment and circumstances I grew in, because I believe they had an important role in how I made decisions or handle the situations. So how did the environment and circumstances influence me? I was lucky to be born in a loving family where my parents and extended family, especially my Chachaji and Chachaji, put a lot of importance on education and Sikhi values. Not only that, they demonstrated it through their lifestyle. From early age, I remember two anecdotes which may have shaped my thinking. I remember probably in 5th grade, not doing very well in my exam. I'm scared to show my report card to my grandfather. So I go to my dad and say, Dad, can you please alter the grades? And he says, I can alter the grades for you to show it to Babaji to please him, but you know the truth. You can't hide away from it. That was the first lesson I got about honest dealings in life. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to know where you lack, and you have to work hard to achieve what you want. I was 10 years old, 9, 10 years old. My dad took me to a Diwali party in a colony where a lot of senior officials of a private company lived. And I come from very humble beginnings, very, very humble beginnings. It was amazing to see such big houses all lit up for Diwali. And I asked my dad, what do these guys do to live like this? And my dad told me, they focused on studies. They pursued higher education. And they worked really, really hard. It was clear to me then that to be successful, I have to become best friends with hard work. I also recall that evening telling my mom, Mom, I'm going to buy a very big house, and there's going to be a security guard in the front of it who's going to salute you every time you come and go. I was not afraid to dream big. My father has been one of my great role models. He started as a clerk and retired as a deputy director of audits, second in command in whole agency, all because of his hard work and work ethic. A very humble and honest man amidst a very corrupt government enterprise. Can you imagine wife of a deputy director audit going in a city bus in Delhi shopping or going places to visit her friends? We had no car or TV or fridge or any kind of gadgets. And he was the deputy director of audit because in that salary, you can only provide education, in real salary, provide education to 3 kids. He had a 15-year-old scooter, which he used for personal. A car would come to pick him up and drop him home, but that's it. Whereas people several levels below him, enjoyed all the nicest things you can have. He inspired me to do right. And maybe the circumstances around it inspired me to do big. So with that backdrop of environment and circumstances, let me share some decisions or situations I handled which may have led to my professional success. First, in 1991, I was consulting at Foxmat Drug, a Fortune 500 company. After some time, they wanted to hire me as a full-time employee because I was very good at what I was doing there. But the CIO wouldn't offer me a job of a managerial ranks. He will tell me, Suri, being an Indian coming from India, you'll not be able to manage Americans or women. He offered me a job at analyst level, which was 4 levels below I aspired to be, or I thought I was capable of. I stood my ground. In a few months, he was fired. a new CIO was hired who hired me as a senior manager. Moral, don't let others tell you what you can or can't do. Have conviction in your capabilities. Second, you get instant respect for what you know and what you can do. When that Foxmat drug was implementing a German software SAP, I became the best SAP technologist one could be by working day and night. I became well known throughout the country and Europe as a SAP thought leader. Moral, work hard, know knowledge and expertise has extreme value. Third, because of my expertise, large consulting firms, SAP itself, and many of their clients would reach out to me for help. I would consult with them, provide help, free. Never bill them, never charge them. Sometimes over weekends, and even travel to their client sites, but never charge anything, free consulting for 2 years. Because I genuinely wanted to help them. Moral, build genuine relationships. Fourth, I realized hundreds of millions of dollars were being spent on SAP engagements, and these large companies were not happy with the returns. Knowing that, to manage the risk of these large global companies, I started Optimal in 1995. And Navneet, sitting here, incorporated my company. Moral, take risk when you see the opportunity, but with clear value proposition. Fifth, because of my reputation, relationships, and the value I created for so many clients, many free, they became the biggest investor in my success. They became the biggest proponents for Optimal. And with those relationships, I was introduced to C-level executives of some of the largest companies in the world. And thus, building global consulting company over a period of time. Moral, genuine relationships result multifold in value. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard Sukhinder, you heard Fred. To build growth-oriented, scalable, and sustainable businesses, an entrepreneur must demonstrate several characteristics. Based on my personal journey, among many, like having a great management team, and having great employees, and having right business metrics, and three stand out the most for me, for Optimal. Having a bold vision and be able to inspire. Inspire a tribe of people with such a bold vision and such value that they will do everything and anything to make that vision come alive. Optimal had a very bold vision. Be the largest SAP consulting firm in the world. It was a bold, audacious vision. We laughed many times about it. But we pursued it very aggressively. And one day we looked up, we had realized that goal. Second, have a clear, unique value proposition that differentiates you. Me Too's don't last long. Be known for something unique so you can be differentiated for your value you create, and it creates pride in your employees. Optimal was known for fact-based opinion. Concise, precise, with no ambiguity. Very strong conviction in our advice. We delivered a true, defensible, and sometimes unpopular messages to our client. But we convinced them to do the right thing, even though it may be difficult politically or from street expectations. And in return, they respected us more. Clarity, focus, and discipline. Stay focused on the core and don't get distracted by noise. It'd be nice to do this, it'd be nice to do that. In 1998, many companies got distracted by dot-com era and they disappeared by 2002. With focus and clarity, Optimal grew every year since inception, even during the recession of 2000 and 2008. As you know, last year Optimal was acquired by NTT Data, the sixth largest consulting firm in the world, and a group of $130 billion entity. All because of relationship and expertise. Friends, in the end, I'd like to say two things. I am blessed, truly blessed. I am in eternal gratitude to Vaheguruji for what he has done and blessed me. I cannot thank him enough. I cannot thank him enough. In the comments I shared with you, there are many places I've used the word I. But I really means blessed by him to act in a certain way, not me. Secondly, I know this is just professional success. A line from Japji Sahib stays with me all the time. Changa nao rakhai ke, jas kira jagle, je tis nadar na avai, tab vaat na puche ke. I continue to seek his blessings so I can be recognized in his court someday. Thank you.